Howdy folks, today we're going to talk a little bit about the KZ AS16 Pro. Another KZ, another day, but the reason I'm bringing this one up is actually because it's got a little bit of interesting stuff going on. It's got 8 balanced armatures, typically, KZ, BAs, whatever, but we can look at them here under the microscope. Let me see if I got this in focus. Hang on. There we go, a little bit better. All right, it's got some big fatty BAs there. What are these? Can't read it. Maybe somebody can. 2 of those big fatties there, and then we go around the edge, and we got a nice little crossover board over here. Cool. And then over here we got probably 2 more BA, and then maybe like 4 here, stacked. Treble, mids, bass. What struck me immediately was that the bass on these is actually pretty decent, and these balanced armatures, these big boys here, these whatever they are, they're actually pretty good. I figure, sounds funny, but I think I like them more than like the Knowles or the Sonion vented balanced armatures. But as being a KZ, they're a little metallic sounding. Staging is a little bland and uninvolving, and typical. But I just figured they deserved a shout out. Thanks, Paul, for sending me these. They're pretty cool. Big, huge, fatty bore here. Let's see if we can get this in view. The grill. I don't want to screw these up. 2 pins. Honestly, kind of ugly. Don't really like the aesthetics. And this bore is a big, fat bore. I don't think I actually don't know what cable they came with. Paul usually sends me an aftermarket cable. In any case, here's the listing, 8 balanced armatures. Let me get this out of the way. We got, they're probably some kind of clone of something, to be honest with you, because they keep talking about how they're like sophisticated, high-end, flagship configuration, but $56, so but as far as other KZs, I think I like them a little bit more. And so let's just go ahead and pop over to our graph here. Let's see here. Let me just pull that up. I got a couple others that I was doing. I'll remove those. All right, let's see if we can pull this off. They are plugged in. Okay, so these have a little bit of a funky thing going on here. Let me just check this. Sorry. And that's the wrong channel. We'll do that. Make sure it's good. Very good. And we'll do a little graph here. So I'll just mention this directly while I'm doing the graph. Paul gave me a impedance adapter. I think it's either 25 or 28 ohm. And the device I've been plugged into right now is a Mo2 Mark V ultralight. All right, so there's our graph. It peaks at, I don't know, what is this, 2.8 or something. We have a 78 to 88. So 10 or 11 dB pinna, not bad. Slopes down, and then we're okay. And a nice big fat bass shelf. And honestly, this bass shelf is pretty impressive for balanced armatures. It sounds nice to me anyway. And so overall, pretty cool. But let's do this again. So like I said, this is with the actual impedance adapter in line here. Let me unplug it. So this is with just the Mo2's native, I think it's 0.5-ish ohm output impedance, but we'll do another graph here. So changing nothing except the impedance thingy. So this is with low impedance versus high impedance. Let me align the graphs. Let me align it better. Hold on. Let's see. We'll do it at maybe what's the bottom, 450? Try 400. Something like that. Yeah, so that's pretty whack, man. So red graph with a low impedance and then green graph with a high impedance. Yeah, I don't know. I think KZ is kind of they don't even know what to make of this, but I just thought I'd bring it up. It's interesting. Oddly enough, I like them with this little bump here in the red a lot more, because that's actually putting a lot more meat on my mids. And then we get a nice little fat peak there. Let's see what's our pinna on the red. 75 to 88, so pretty dang high. But this is a really small peak, so to speak. So anyway, you know, KZ style, but maybe a level up from the standard KZs. Do I recommend them? Heck, I mean, no, probably not. I really dislike KZ's build quality, and I think you can do a lot better for the price. Trying to think of something, nothing's on the top of my head right now, but you know, you get my point. But they're interesting. Cool, have a good one.